everyone, a warm welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's August reading time and this is Gemini. So namaste to you all. Hey guys, we're using these 3 cards, but we are going to be adding to your particular reading. You and Cancer have had to wait till last and you've shown great patience in waiting, so I'm going to add a couple of cards to the end of your reading. Remember to check your moon and rising signs because you might find some valuable information in there as well. Now before we start, I did some mantra work for you which you can call upon any time in the month, and the mantra you received was I am special and wonderful, which is very nice, isn't it? And then you received a message from Archangel Sandalphon, and it said intention. So when we focus with intention, things tend to manifest a lot easier. So moving these to a side and starting with the Rider-Waite Tarot. This is for Gemini for August. The Nine of Wands up reversed, the Magician, one of my favourite cards, the Queen of Wands, and the Chariot reversed. So a couple of reversals, 2 major arcanas. Let's see what's next for you. And I think I have that deck upside down, but these don't matter what way they come out. They have no different interpretation. These ones are dealing with kind of health. These can be dealing with any perspective in life. And these are health, and the last one's a relationship. The Sacral Chakra and sexuality. Whoa! That's a double whammy, isn't it? That the sexuality is in the Sacral Chakra zone anyhow, so it's kind of like the two of them are giving off some vibe here. So that's kind of taking us into the concept or, you know, realm of relationships as well. And these are the relationship cards. Whom do you need to forgive? Everything is okay. And emotional healing. So some powerful stuff, in particular through the last, I did that the last time around, in the last 2 rows, and in fact even with that Magician as well. So yeah, I think a nice bunch of cards. Let's see what the messages start evolving out as we go into the reading. So with the reversed 9 of Wands, and I couldn't get that out before, it's not dissimilar to in its upright position. You know, the 9s are about coming to the completion of a cycle of something, and the Magician, as we know, is all about a new beginning. But 9s tell us we're not quite there yet, and the reversed 9 is probably reinforcing that somewhere in your life. Now those Wands, and similar to the Queen of Wands, are quite often associated with career perspectives or our creativity. Now interestingly enough, our creativity comes from our Sacral Chakra area, which is in here, and both that 9 of Wands and the Queen are touching these 2 as well. So, and I know the Chariot is too, so there might be some messages in here for you guys about the power of timing, the power of hard work and discipline and not giving up and being focused. So that 9 of Wands talks to us about the fact that it's really important time to pay attention to detail and be focused on the end point of a project. So don't think, oh great, I've done all the hard work, now I'm just going to go out there and, you know, rip into some pleasure, because it's not quite time yet, especially if we're referring to work projects or creative projects, whether you're in art or movies or, you know, music production or anything. You need to keep working, because if you don't, that reversal tells you it could still fall apart, and because of something simple or small that you've overlooked. So it's kind of, I would say, is a warning card to not feel too completed about whatever it is this is going on in the background yet. You've got a bit more to go, and I suspect it could take you through the whole of August and into September, and it could have something to do with the eclipses, making something spin slightly differently than you had either thought of, or bringing something up that you hadn't considered or been aware of. The Magician, yeah, I don't need to say too much about it. It is magic. When it turns up in a reading, go for it. Look out for opportunities in life. Now, you're the only one it's turned up for. No one else has had the Magician, I'm pretty sure. It can be favourable opportunities in any dynamic perspective of your life. Career, money, finances, health, relationships, but you have to see it coming and you have to take action to utilize it. So it's an all-empowering card. You just don't watch it roll past the front door without taking action. That number 8 above his head signifies the, karmic number and the ever-returning cycle and energy of life force. So sometimes to me this can infer that there is a karmic situation going on, and it's part of a whole major big picture of your future. And that's why if you don't be aware of it and be awake to this opportunity of whatever it is coming for you, then you could change your destiny or your future outcome. So it's a time to be very active and awake and watching things, and that's what this card has said too. Don't be sitting on your laurels. So the Queen of Wands, she again is the Wands card. They're very creative, they're very passionate, they can be fire sign people. So this could be someone around you who you meet who might be somehow linked into this whole thing here. It could be a person at work, or a boss, or a mentor, or someone in the family even who is supportive, nurturing, and has ideas or concepts that could be invaluable to you. So they could be career related, or they could be more on a personal level, and could be quite an intense personal relationship coming as well. She is known for the whole realm of spiritual connection and creativity, as well as the seat of fertile passion. So she is very sexual and she is very fertile. So both of those words could also be playing out the role for you in the month of August, one way or another. The reversed Chariot is still very similar to the one upright. It does talk about movement. Now for some people this can be moving house. So there might be a shift for some of you. It could be temporary, such as going on a holiday, like a longish holiday, or going to someone else's home for a while. It could be the purchase of a car, or going on a road trip as well. Now the fact that it's reversed, it could mean there are small delays or something that needs to be slightly changed for the outcome to go in the way you have anticipated. It can also mean movement at the, spiritual or metaphysical level as well, because that is a very spiritual card. So some of you might be changing direction in a thought dynamic, or a belief system, or an integrity value might even be changing in your life. So it feels quite big, and I said that from the beginning. It's got an intensity behind it, and I'm not even sure that I'm connecting at the truly deepest level of it. Again, it will be quite individual and unique for each of you, but there is some power in that top row. And we come down here and we see the double whammy of the sacral chakra, and you're also the only one who got out the actual embodiment of the chakra itself. So for some of you this means there is a block there, and it means that things aren't flowing enough, and that there is a sticking point, and that you can't get the final part of the book done, or the final printout of your project done, or you just can't quite complete it for somehow. There's something blocking you. So you need to connect with this area of your body, which is the sexuality area, and it's kind of down in this bottom zone here in the body. It's the seat of creativity. So it's also the sexual zones in the humans, both male and female. So sometimes we can see problems occurring there, like a lack of fertility or menstruation problems with women, or infertility problems, I said that. You know, just problems in that part of our body that might need addressing or freeing up or making free flowing. We also, it affects all of the hips, the bowel, the intestines, the back of the lower back. So any of you that have pain in those areas, or something else that's niggling away, like a sore stomach or bowel problems or constipation, or even, you know, physical skin ailments around that part of the body, rashes and different bits and pieces, all of that needs this energy to be released. So when we have our chakras blocked, stuff gets stuck there, all sorts, physical stuff, emotional and spiritual, and it becomes clogged and sodden, and the whole thing is stale, and you're clugging that all around. So it needs to be cleansed and free flowed. So you can do that by using orange foods, wearing the colour orange, meditating, massage, Reiki, physical activity. Some of you may need to see a doctor and actually get some sort of treatment for various bits and pieces as well. Now, it can also, of course, block up sexual freedom or the feeling of wanting to connect with someone else as well. So if any of you are having trouble in your personal, private, you know, sexuality perspective of your life, this may well need to be enhanced as well. You know, that's a private issue that everyone feels at a different level, and everyone has a different perception of what is good enough or wrong or right or anything. So we won't delve into that too much from that perspective, but it does say openness, sharing, beauty and honour. So remember to respect your body and your inner body, and love the beauty and honour it in those positive ways, and that will also help that particular chakra wheel to free flow more. And because it is the seat of creativity, it's where we get our inspiration from, it's where we get our passion and our ideas. So that's why when we unblock it, we have a lot more ability to manifest lots of our dreams and desires. So we could go on for a long time about it, but I think I've said enough that you can all work on free flowing it a little bit more. But for those of you who it's already really flowing for, which some of you it will be, then this could be a time of powerful ability to achieve amazing feats of, you know, new manifestation and new ideas and new productivity. So keep it going, and that's what that Magician could be all about, and also the Chariot reversed up there. So when we come down here to the whom do you need to forgive, you know, it says as you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. And this is the heart chakra in here beaming out this beautiful light. But the funny thing is, when we hold resentment and anger, this one is often shut down, and that's because we can't get this, you know, creativity flowing within us. So there could be a concept about the need to forgive someone. It could be a recent forgiveness, like a relationship you've had recently that has gone sour or fallen apart, or it's not in a very good place. This could all be causing this sacral chakra to close up. So forgiveness is a really good way of healing, and it's a good way of allowing openness and sharing to come back in your life too. It could even be that some of you have been hurt from the past, and regardless of whether you've forgiven someone or not, that could be what's closed up the sacral chakra area, and you're afraid to share again and to show the beauty of your own body, both at the physical perspective and at the emotional, because it is really hard when we are hurt at all levels. We tend to close up, and I think this is the area that suffers the most first, and then of course it's the heart that suffers. Well, they're tied, and you've got that over here. So in the middle, it tells you everything is okay. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. And again, you know, we've got the heart energy coming here. So down here, all three of these cards are just billowing with this amazing glow coming from the heart. So there's definitely something coming here for you guys about a healing or an opportunity for forgiveness, or maybe someone comes and says they're sorry to you as well. I feel like there's great potential this month, which could be tied up with the eclipse energy, that there's a freeing up for you guys. You feel like you're going to let some heavy old weight off your shoulders and almost cry in relief at feeling something positive energy coming in. So there's a healing around your heart and the other part of your body, and it's as if to do with relationships, and there's either you're going to let it go finally and you're going to be aware of your own beauty and honor yourself again, or someone else is going to either apologize or make amends for something or realize that they were wrong. And remember too, sometimes these healings and things, they take place at the higher self level and we don't necessarily know it, but somewhere in our being we feel lighter and we just go, wow, yeah, I just feel better again, I feel freer. All this down here is a fantastic opportunity for this to happen. This one here, the emotional healing, says, as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. Wow, it is a beautiful reading. It's very deep. Some of you have probably been going through some quite heartfelt pain. And it doesn't just have to be involved here with a sexual relationship. It could be anything. It could be family, it could be close friends, it could be community issues, it could be siblings or children or grandparents or anything. But it feels like a real potential for healing and calming and feeling honoured again, and honouring yourself again is coming. This is a beautiful green mantra, green heart healing here in this one. Some of you might be getting messages from people who have passed over. They may have died from heart disease, or like a heart attack, or chronic obstructive airways disorder, or lung related disorders, or even cancer of the breast or something. And there might be a really special feeling of love coming from them, and they're wanting to connect with you. So there are some special messages in here. If you want to leave a message at the end of the video, you know, or a comment, I'd be interested to see how much that connects with you guys as the viewers, and how many of you are resonating with that, because I'm feeling there's so much love. It's coming from somewhere, and it could be for some of you it's coming from a deceased past loved one. Oh my gosh. In my room here I have on my bookcase, that's really amazing, in loving memory of a very close dear friend, family friend who passed over. And for some reason the little brochure thing you get at the funerals, it's just glowing there, and I haven't even seen it there before. And so that's a bit of a message for me even. He's here right now in the room, passing on his love, and not just to me but to his family as well. So yes, there is a feeling of spiritual involvement here at the moment. So I hope you guys pick that up, and for those of you who connect with it, it's really special. I'll put these away, and I'm going to do for you guys, because you have had to wait till the last and you've been very patient, I'm going to pick one of each of these cards for you. These are new. I only got them yesterday, and I haven't even yet worked with them, but I'm sure they will still offer some lovely positives and messages. So this is the last message here for Gemini. What would you like to say to them? We've already had a pretty powerful reading, I know, but what else is in store? Healthful eating. Saint Raphael, the Archangel. So it's talking to you about diet and eating, and that's the colour purple that Raphael is picking there. And the purple kind of connects with our crown chakra and the third eye chakra as well. And that's actually how our archangels and spirit guides often connect with us, through those areas of our spiritual antennas. And what is this last message for Gemini? Dream talk. Okay, that's another interesting card there. So let's just have a look. Definitely messages coming to you through dreams. It says, your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. So I think this is just carrying on from the very last message that we had there about, for some of you, you'll be receiving feelings of love and support and just hellos from the spirit world. And some of you may have dreams of your passed over loved ones, and you also might receive really powerful dream times, astral travel as well, but dreams that give you answers to your questions and dreams and desires. So there you are, Gemini. Plenty to think about even with those last two cards. So thank you again for joining me, and I hope you have really enjoyed your amazing, powerful reading. So wishing you much intention. And remember, you are special and wonderful. So that also came, the mantra was came to be quite powerful at the end as well. Leave your comments, guys. I love it when you do. Please remember to sub the channel, and I love it when you like the videos as well. Take care, everyone. Have a blessed, wonderful August. Namaste.